be the Celtics off the tip. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Boston. Hayward out there with Mickey. And it's Young. Then there's Irving. And it's Horford in at the center.
And it had been something that had been talked about in the past via trade, but Al Horford joined Boston in the offseason via free agency. It was the fit that he wanted team-wise, and Horford was ready for a new challenge. So great fit with this roster and the city of Boston. Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those chip-ins are easy to come by. And it's Lillard missing.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Oh, trust me, he's kicking himself for that misfire. He knows he should have hit it after that trip.
Horford got a max deal to come to the Boston Celtics, GA. He's on the wrong side of 30, but when you look at his game, his all-star resume, you don't see a real sharp decline coming.
Great point, Kevin, and that's why the Celtics were willing to give Horford.
He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to speak with Brad Stevens for just a minute. He said they've been working much better together at the offensive end. He said, we're functioning as a unit now instead of just individuals. It's something we've worked on every day in practice. We want that flow to continue to develop. We'll see if they can keep that going tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, thanks, David. Guys, shooting is a chief concern for them.
And if that is the focus, then their ball movement is going to have to be sharp today.
Now, that's just effective ball movement. Just swinging it around the perimeter may not be enough. Go inside out. Have guys cutting to the rim. Get guys moving. Be dynamic with your scheme to help your shooting.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
This could be an early sign of an explosive game for him. You have to keep your eye on him if you're the defense.
Hayward on the wing. Shoots from the baseline. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. And Celtics coach Brad Stevens, a big believer, Chris, in keeping things as simple as he can for the players.
And very focused. From the first day when he took over, he showed the players the numbers of where the team had to get better. Just as important, he showed them how thin a margin separated them from being the top seed or missing the playoffs completely. That breeds confidence, but also focus. They realize how every play matters.
Hayward, left side. From deep. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
Well, I'm not even really sure why he even attempted that move. That's a low percentage of shots to get.
Young against McCollum. Pass to Lillard. Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 for Portland. Shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. A shot by Hayward. Wide open. Hits it from 3-point range. Hayward's got 5.
Well, I guess from that distance, the defense thought he'd dish it off. Oops.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Here's Aminu. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And how about
outside on the wings? Marcus Morris is out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Irving in at the point guard position. And with the NBA game changing rapidly, Chris, the tactics have to change with it. When you look at all the NBA coaches, is there one who stands above the rest who is very good strategic?
Well, you just have to love Greg Popovich. I mean, because you've seen him adapt to the game. He's known for a half-court team when we have the Twin Towers, a slow-down pace, and he got some guards that could take it and shoot the 3, and he sped the game up. And that's what you like to see, someone that uses all the rules and strategy of the game.
Yes.
It doesn't just become hardened in one way in playing, and I think his versatility just shows how great a coach he is.
Well said.
and it
McCollum with the ball, out guarded by Smart, to the inside. Aminu, and Aminu slams it in.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, yeah, and you have to give him credit, too. Makes the right read go straight to the rim.
Morris outside. Here's Baines. He's covered by Aminu. That one good for two. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it's always a transition and a difficult one for college coaches to come to the pros, but Celtics coach Brad Stevens made one of the smoothest we've seen after leading Butler to back-to-back national championship games. You hear that buzz from players to opposing coaches. Greg Popovich said,
How about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball? Pass to Nurkic. Puts up the baby hook. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Trailblazers lead by 5. And the Celtics gravitate towards scrappy players. They like guys, Chris, who can carry a chip on their shoulder.
And come on, that's been a common thread for this young team. Toughness, grit, and passion. A lot of their players were overlooked in the past. Came to Boston, ticked off, and looked.
He doesn't.
Kevin, he may have the biggest chip on his shoulder of any player in the NBA. Lightly recruited out of high school, went to a small college, and he's embraced that outsider role, if you will.
Now Irving launches it, bangs home the trifecta. Irving's got 8 points here in this quarter. So C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
And in terms of points in that first half, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
Yeah, he's crafty, very difficult to defend one-on-one. We may see more double teams roll his way the second half.
Nurkic is out there with Turner. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Mike. Outside Turner. The feed to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And the precision lead pass by a highly skilled playmaker.
Would they be able to keep him?
Yeah, and you go back to the lack of exposure he's got. I mean, from the Dominican Republic, he's a Spanish-speaking star. I mean, his marketing and endorsement potential in bigger markets, something he is well aware of.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Turner. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Oh, that's just...
did it mean to you to make those lists?
It meant a lot, especially when your career is over, to know that, you were one of the best, especially with the competition that was at the power forward position those years. I mean, could have given it to anyone with Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Garnett. Rasheed Wallace, you look at those names of power.
Chris, throughout your career, you spent a lot of time down low on the blocks, and we're seeing less of that now, those post-ups that were such a primary option when you play in teams' offenses. Does that interest you at all? Does that concern you? Is that good or bad?
It's concerning from this point. Kids aren't being properly coached in the middle school and the high school level. Kids don't know how to play on the post. When you look back through the history of this game, whether it's been guards or big fellas, that everybody loves.
Great perspective. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kyrie Irving was a virtuoso ball handler, but with the big men we have, we don't have to do it every single time. We all learned that lesson over the years, Kevin.
Pay the price going in there, don't you, D.A.? Thank you. And he's able to get it back.
He just looks off in this one. Can't seem to throw it in the ocean.
And it's Turner off the drive, and the shot goes in.
In the interior.
He kicks to Curry. Fires for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got a pair of threes now, here by 14. McCollum with the ball. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Yeah, it looks like.
Pass to Mickey. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Brown the pass to Smart. And that one, good.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown, they're all on the same page.
Now we've got a break in the action. Let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens going on a run. Guys?
And for the Celtics as an organization, when you have that trust and that common understanding, Chris, that makes a huge difference.
Well, you have to give the leadership some credit, because part of being a great organization is hiring great people and letting them do their job. Ownership and management are involved, but not overbearing and forward-thinking. This is a franchise that is exploring every avenue to find an edge.
Out to Turner. Uncovered. And the jumper falls for him. Celtics trail by 11. Outside Irving. He feeds it to Brown. Irving against Lillard. Here's the screen. Smart. From outside, off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the basket by McCollum.
I mean, he's just
in the fourth quarter. And on the way from Irving for three. No good that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Aminu with the bucket.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, some people call it front running, but as the league continues to expand, their confidence continues to soar right now.
Horford kicks to Young. Dishes it to Irving. Three-pointer. It's good from long range.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Lillard attacking. It's McCollum on the wing. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Well, the D was slouching there, and he rose up and confidently hit that shot, just like he did in the first half.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Trailblazers.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win. I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for McCollum. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Lillard with no one around. And another three for Portland.